Shall we start? So we have already learned how do we import a local script and of importing definitions that are there on the GitHub itself. You tried. I checked the Keonicsx Keonicsx GitHub last class. We spoke about this. No. We spoke about how you can create a file and you can keep it in another folder and you can give that name and you can add a path. Have you did that? Did? Okay, do it and let me know if you have any problem. I'm going to the next topic. Reading and loading the text CSV data files using the Python. Okay. A CSV, as we spoke earlier, also when we create an Excel sheet, we will be getting the rows and columns. So in similar angle, there is another format in your Microsoft Excel's sheet. It's similar to that. It can be it will have the comma separated values. That means one line will be one row in terms of Excel sheet. So here one line is having one record, but those record fields will be separated by commas. Okay. For example, student data. If you take it, name, roll number, class, division, all of them, you can store it in Excel sheet in small boxes in Excel sheet. So here, if you look at it in CSV, you'll be putting comma and you're separating each field of student details. When you store them, such many details, such sheet we are going to call a CSV sheet. Alright. So what is CSV? It is comma separated values. Alright. Now the file format is a form of plain text document which uses a particular format to organize a tabular information, like similar to your Excel sheet. CSV file format is bounded or limited text document that uses a comma to distinguish or to separate visible. Today we are live on YouTube. Yesterday I just registered, so today we are live. It's live video. It's recording. Okay. So to distinguish each field, you have an Excel sheet of sphere boxes. So here we have some commas, and we say every row in the document is data log or data record. Each log is composed of one or more fields. Structure, then this kind of a format is used to export and import the data. It's a data transportation format, you can call it. Like how we have a pen drive to transport the data from one computer to another computer. Same way, from my computer, I want to send some data which can be understood by the server. Then I should send it in a format of CSV. It can be one of the format, but this is most used format. Alright. Another format is there called the JSON. That is also one of the data traveler between the machine to machine. For example, you have an Android phone and I have an Android phone and you are sending a hi message, and that message will come in terms of JSON object to me, to my phone, from your phone, and your phone sends a message to the server. Server sends that message to me. Okay, till then you have sent your message, but you did not receive the acknowledgement that the other person has received it. So whatever other person is doing activity on his application, you will be informed to that to the server. Alright. So this transportation of information is happening either via definitely via an HTTP request, and that request and response is happening from server to the mobile phone with this file system. All right. I hope all of you can understand. All of you have heard of network communication. All right. So whenever you speak about a network, we speak about different types of layers available in the network. So those that network will utilize the format which you are using and divide that file into a separate data packets, and it will send to the server. Alright. So how do we store them? To store the data is also affecting the size of the data that you are sending. Alright. Do I have the more format information, or do I have only the general text information? I do not have any formatting data on it. Like if I send you a document, like a Microsoft document, then you will have a colored text. There are font sizes, all of them. If it's the same thing, if you take it in a .txt file, you don't have any color, nothing. Right? .txt file doesn't have all those things. If you compare both the files with the same text, like Hello Python, both of them, then both the files are having different sizes. So that way, different files and file types that you choose will also affect your transportation time of the file. So this is one of the standard file that we'll be using to store the data and transport it as a CSV file. All right. As you see in Excel sheet, I am also writing Excel sheet. Right? So Excel sheet is formatted tabular structure. So here we just have a comma separated values in a single line. If you represent it in modern software, it looks like an Excel sheet itself, but it is CSV format. All right. If you open the CSV file in old MS Office, we show you the comma separated values. Okay. So databases importing and exporting in both the functionalities will be using CSV. I hope we have just seen our Excel sheet earlier. Just for this topic, I'll just create one Excel sheet and show you how it can be done. So whenever you take an Excel sheet, you wanted to save that. Before saving, I just tried some records. I have some numbers. I have some names. So with this data, I want to save something. So it is saving. It is asking me to save, and I want to save it in computer. So where I'm going to save as, I'm going to save on my desktop some folder. And my file name is book1. And here what I do, I am going to find out where is my comma delimited. Okay, there is a comma delimited, and there are different CSVs you can see. There is one time CSV here, the second time, there is a third time CSV. All right. So we are talking about comma delimited. When you click on it, you'll be going to save this one as a .csv. Okay. It says something here. Some features in your workbook might be lost. That means the formatting of the workbook will be lost because it is not going to accept the formatting. Just the raw data it's going to have. Lost if you save it as a CSV, that is comma delimited. Do you want to save it? Yes, I want to save it. When I'm closing it, it's also giving me some warning because it has internally changed that formatting. It has lost the formatting information. So that's one of the edits. And I say I want to save that thing, and it is asking me to save it again. So when I am trying to save it the same name, it says, do you want to replace the existing file that you earlier saved it? So I say, please replace it. All right. It says, do you want to replace it? Yes, replace it. So it says some of the features are going to be lost if you save it in this format and you want to close it. Yes, I have closed it. Okay. So when I go to this file, Yes. So this is my 22 bytes file which I have. This is my Microsoft Excel comma separated values file, that is .csv file. Okay, that's the one. When you open it, it will be open in the as usual format of your Excel sheet. Alright, it doesn't display the commas here. When you actually open it in any of the other softwares, it will show you that there are comma separated values. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are not simple values in the square boxes. They are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so that way the data is getting stored. So that's what we are trying to say with respect to a CSV file. So when you, as we are saying, they'll also be used in database access. You can see them in action when you actually learn for SQL. Okay, they used the commands and they are taking the text file. Let us try to open it in the text file. Okay, here the same Excel sheet been opened in a text .txt file, and I can see 1, 2, 3. This comma separated values. In Excel sheet, if you open it, it just open like a square box because it is enabling you to edit it quicker. It will enable you to edit them easily. That's why it is enabling you, not showing the commas. But when you open it in text file, it is showing you all the commas. Agree? Okay, let's go ahead. Reading CSV files. There are various ways to read the CSV files. One of them is using the CSV module or using the pandas library in fourth module. Using CSV module is one of the modules within Python that provides the classes or methods for reading and writing different types of data and data formats, and also the file input outputs. Okay, it is mainly for data manipulation. Pandas. The library Pandas library is one of the open source Python libraries that provides high performance, convenient data structures. Okay, so data structures are nothing but the way you store the data and retrieve the data and utilize the data stored in the data structure. Okay, that is the features of data structures. And the data analysis tools and techniques for Python programming. Let's go only with the presently the CSV modules. CSV.reader. Then we have the open in read mode as we did earlier. Same thing. And then it is going to specify in a reader mode. Which returns the file object or file descriptor. Then it is ready by using the reader object method of CSV, that is CSV.reader, and then it returns the reader object, and that iterates through the lines of the CSV file to access all the lines. Okay. Again, we have same mechanism as we did with respect to read lines. Here also we have a reader with statement is again a very important function. Very important keyword that we used it earlier, whose responsibility is to open the file and also assign a descriptor for open the file, and also handle the exceptions that are coming in late, and also it is taking responsibility of closing the file. You don't have to close the file; it automatically closes the file once it is used or once you are trying to open another file. With keyword is used along with the open method as it simplifies the exception handling situations which can cause problem in the normal program execution. So such situation handling code will be an exception handling code. So that can be handled with the help of exception, with itself, and automatically closes a CSV file. Your fd.close or file descriptor.close or file object.close. So this code will be done with keyword automatically. You don't have to mention that. Let's see the small example here. We have import CSV module, opening CSV file with open file name, the mode in which you want to open, as file, as is a keyword, and file or file descriptor or file object can be any name. You can give it to this part of the identifier as a file reference, a reference to the opened file. So that can be any name that you decided and you write it. Okay, with the help of this name itself, we are going to connect to the file or contact to the file which you have opened. Okay, as you opened it in read mode, we are enabling our function reader to work on that object. So csv.reader, and here we are going to give a file as an input for it. Let's understand these three words: CSV, reader, and file. You focus on this one first. What is this one? This is the package that I have imported. That I have here. CSV dot. That's my object. Dot reader. So in this one there will be various methods. I am interested in only the reader because I opened it in a read mode. CSV dot reader, and to this method I am passing a parameter called file or file descriptor or file object. Reading the file, it needs to know from where it has to read. So we are giving a reference of opened a file with the help of open function. So open has opened a file and given a reference or address of the opened file to this file. The same address has been given to this one to open and read. So that same thing, after it is reading and keeping the data which is read into this object is going to become a source of the data to you. Alright. Now, if this is a source of the data to you, then it is going to become an iterable object. If it is an iterable object, if it is a sequence type, then we are going to use it in a for loop. We can print. So you just saw that we have multiple lines. So such file, if you give it, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ABCD can be written line by line. 2 lines will be done. So 2 times the loop can execute. Alright. Okay. So that way, for is a keyword. Lines is your identifier. You can write I here. You can write K here. It's up. In is again a keyword. CSV file is the data source. Is the data that has been received from the Excel file, and that has been given as a object here, and that has become an iterable object with the help of iter function, and it is going to have a next method tracking how many lines it is already read and what has to be the next line that has to be read, and those lines, each line will be given to this lines. Each line, one line it can hold. Okay, so this can be printed here to show you that these are the data which is being fetched from the file. Okay, sample.csv file can be any CSV file with any sample data. Okay, this can be any name that you can give it, which exists because you are trying to read something. When you are trying to read something, that file must be there. When you are trying to write something, even the file is not existing, it will create a file and write the data. Fine. That's the meaning of it. So we can read the file from our created file from the desktop. All right. So I want you to guide me in tracking that file. My program is wherever it is, I don't know. I want you to guide me to get that file first. Okay. Let's open our editor. Okay, I want to open my, I want to import a CSV, and then we have a with keyword. I want to open a file. So where is my file? Where is my file? A desktop. Here it is there. Book one is my file. Okay. I want the address of this one. How can I get the address of this? Properties. Okay. So where is stored? Is stored in this one. This is my location.
By opening the file from the address bar option,
It's possible. From here?
yes.
Yes. This is easier. This is easier. If we are here, if you just click here, the address is available. You can right click it. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's get back. Okay. We have that same address available here. And let's maximize this. Okay. We have a problem here. Can you identify a problem in a path? Slashes? Can I make it forward slash? Any other student can answer why so?
So forward slash is forward.
Okay, so why it was backward when we copied it?
So that's one.
Okay.
And the file was fully open, sir.